buying time, not saving money. Most people think getting rich means spending less, canceling subscriptions, skipping takeout, doing everything yourself. But the people who actually build wealth do the opposite. They spend more, intentionally. They spend money to buy back time. Paying for grocery delivery, cleaning help, or software that removes boring work feels wasteful at first, until you realize time is the only resource you can never replace. Every task you outsource gives you an hour back, to earn, to think, or to rest, and those hours compound. The average person trades time for money. The wealthy trade money for time. This isn't luxury, it's leverage. If your time is worth $50 an hour and someone else can do the task for $20, that's not laziness, that's smart math. Over years, this single habit changes your entire financial direction. People who cling to every small task stay stuck working in their life. People who buy back time start working on their life. Poor people save dollars. Rich people save hours. And hours never come back. Measure money in time, not dollars. Here's a habit that quietly rewires how you think. Stop measuring money in price. Start measuring it in hours. A $60 dinner isn't $60. It's 2 or 3 hours of your life. A $1,000 phone is 40 hours of your time. When you see purchases this way, your brain gets honest. You start asking, is this worth an entire day of my life? Most of the time, the answer is no. That's why people who think this way often spend less, not because they're cheap, but because they value their time more than dopamine. They treat free time like income, and wealthy people already think this way. They don't spend money, they spend time. Debt isn't evil. Misused debt is. Debt scares people, and for good reason. Used wrong, it traps you. But used correctly, debt becomes leverage. Poor debt buys comfort. Rich debt buys freedom. A loan for a luxury car drains you. A loan for an appreciating asset pays you back. The problem isn't debt. The problem is borrowing for things that don't grow. The wealthy don't avoid debt. They make sure whatever they borrow for grows faster than the interest. That's how wealth is built. Get it wrong, and debt owns you. Saving every dollar keeps you small. This sounds uncomfortable, but it's true. People who obsess over saving every penny rarely get rich. They play defense their entire life. Saving helps you survive. It doesn't help you scale. The wealthy don't stress over $5 coffees. They focus on $50,000 opportunities. Being rich isn't about being cheap. It's about being efficient. Money is meant to move, build, and multiply. Hide it out of fear, and it stops working. The highest return investment is you. Spending on yourself feels selfish until you see the returns. Skills, mentors, therapy, fitness, education all increase your output. One of the most powerful investments is accountability. Motivation fades. Accountability forces action. When you pay attention. And people who take themselves seriously grow faster. Discounts keep people broke. Everyone loves a deal, but a deal is still an expense. 90% off is still overpriced if you didn't need it. Wealthy people don't chase discounts. They measure value by usefulness. Something that improves your life is worth full price. Something useless is expensive even when it's free. Wealthy people would rather waste money than time. They spend on mistakes to gain clarity, because mistakes cost money, but indecision costs years. Money can be earned back. Time never returns. And that's the real rule of the game.